Hi, everybody. It's Erin Rocchio. I'm an executive coach and consultant with Evolution, and I am here today with my good friend, Carrie Sawyer. Carrie, I think I met you a handful of years ago doing nonprofit work with Heart of Leadership.
Yes.
And we're talking today around anti-racism for allies. And Carrie's with the Inclusion1st Project. I believe strongly in what you're doing, Carrie, around trying to create a space of learning for white people like myself to become better partners for people of color, for our Black family and friends and colleagues, for people of marginalized communities, of which there are many, and why I'm so excited to be talking to you and why this is so important to me is, number one, all that's happened over the last year in America and across the world wasn't a shock to me. I've known about structural racism and structural oppression for a long time, but have I been actively working against it? No. And that's something that I feel bad about, but also it's motivated me to take action and really take a hard look at all of the sources of influence that I can make a difference in. Part of my purpose and mission as an executive coach is to help people feel whole and feel whole at work. And part of being your whole self means that we also need to look at race, we need to look at gender and all these different forms of identity where our old structures, never made room for. And for me, this is a really important moral moment, choice point for our society and for leaders in particular that I work with. And this is absolutely critical conversation. I'm honored that you invited me here and really want to ask questions. So Carrie, do you want to talk a little bit about your project?
Yes. Hi, I am Carrie Sawyer, and I founded the Inclusion1st Project. And the Inclusion1st Project is all about looking at inclusion through the lens of the questions and the conversation and discourse of allies in the anti-racism movement. And so what does that mean? It means that we are starting with questions, questions that people have, questions that people are afraid or uncomfortable to ask, and we're just simply answering them. And so Erin and I are going to be hosting a session where we collect your questions ahead of time and then have a conversation around race. We're going to be modeling what that looks like. We're going to be giving some frameworks that you can use to have these conversations in your own lives, whether at home, at work, anywhere in between. And then most importantly, we're going to be answering your questions to potentially give you new ways to think about things, new topics to explore, to really help you start on that journey so that we can change the world to be what we want it to be, one that is inclusive, one that is just, one that is equitable for all people. So I'm super excited that we're going to be having this session, Erin. How about you tell everyone when the session is going to be?
So thanks, Carrie. Super excited for this. We are going to be hosting this conversation on September 8th at noon on Zoom. All registration details are available at the link below. And come check it out. Really, this conversation is for anybody and everybody who cares about breaking down structural racism and structural oppression and does not know how to do it. For anybody who is watching the news and seeing kind of horrific things and feeling a lot of feelings and, feeling helpless and wanting to do something but not knowing where to start. And this is for people who have been in the conversation for decades. Of course, would welcome you and kind of the deepening of the questions that you're discovering in your own journey. So wherever you are on the anti-racism journey for yourself as an ally, I would absolutely say, please come, please come, please come. And Carrie, I know you're on a mission to get 500 questions.
I am. Thank you so much.
Can you tell me about it?
Yes. So I am working to collect 500 questions in 30 days, and those 30 days are actually ticking down very quickly. But the reason why I want 500 questions is because the more questions we get, the better answers that I can help to create, the better resources we can source. I'm looking for the themes. I'm looking for ways to support more people with more answers, better, more rich content. And so we're looking for those 500 questions. So I would love it if every person who watches this sends in 2 questions and then sends it to their friends and family and colleagues so that they can get them to send a question in and join us on the 8th as well. That would be amazing. Thank you so
Brilliant.
much.
You got it. Of course.
Awesome.
So
Well,
excited.
yes.
Can't wait to
And
share it
if you
with
want to learn
everyone.
more about the Inclusion First Project, you can go to www.inclusionfirstproject.org. And we hope to see you on the 8th.
Great. And if you want to learn more about the work I do, you can check out erinrocchio.com or evolution.team. Can't wait. See you
Thank
soon.
you.